Okay, what's up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to a Thursday edition of Morning Scone presented by Brock, the Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic, Parish Construction and Roofing. If you need an orthopedic, go to Brock. If you need a roof, you call the winner of the best roofing company in the best of Baton Rouge, Parish Construction and Roofing. And our new partner, Drew Brees. FMOL Health, Our Lady of the Lake, championship health partner of LSU Athletics. Unique Physique, uniquephysique.com, Restored Motions, restoredmotions.com. Bocock Brothers Premium Scars. Code MAT15, MAT15, MAT15 for 15% off your order. Okay, good morning, everybody. Hope your day's off to an awesome start. Much more rested today than I was a day ago if you were with us on our in-transit edition. Long night on Tuesday and didn't sleep much, so dragged a bit yesterday. Was able to get in bed early and feel much better today. Rested and refreshed and ready to go attack today, so hope you're doing the same. Brian Kelly, Front Office Sports Reporting, does have a TV job. So we talked previously about him working for free as a consultant to Memphis. Well, now, and we'd seen Brian Kelly do some studio work for CBS Sports here in this offseason. But Front Office Sports is reporting that Brian Kelly has a job. He will do both studio work and call games for CBS. So if you're not familiar, Gary Danielson retired. And so Charles Davis is moving into the booth with Brad Nessler on the Big Ten game. That was the former SEC 230 game. So Charles Davis is moving into that slot. And so it freed up a spot on some Mountain West coverage. So Brian Kelly will be part of the booth on Mountain West games. And he'll also do studio work for CBS. So that obviously will, whatever he's being paid by CBS will offset his LSU buyout, which is a good thing, obviously. I will remind you that if you're an everydayer, the day Brian Kelly was fired, said this.
That I have, and I can say to you now that I have heard rumblings that Brian Kelly would be interested in doing TV. And even that maybe Brian Kelly's agent has been shopping for TV opportunities. So, and I can say to you now.
The internet's great. Receipts are everywhere. So, yeah, I don't think it's a surprise. I really wonder, but this is speculative on my part. This is speculative. I really wonder how much longer he was going to coach. Again, speculative. I'm reading tea leaves based on some things I know and some things I'm inferring. But you have a guy that didn't love this era. They were sort of all in last year. It didn't go well. It got to me that his agent was shopping, even if loosely, for TV opportunities. I wonder how much longer he was going to coach anyway. But all's well that ends well because it happened the way it did. You landed Lane Kiffin, and so now you got to go win. NBA Draft, second day in the books. The Pelicans select Jaron Pierre. So Jaron Pierre, interestingly enough, who played at SMU, is from New Orleans. So he gets picked by his hometown team, which is pretty cool. So I don't think this is the draft process or result that many Pelicans fans expected. What they did last year was almost universally panned, moving from 23 to 18 and giving up this year's first round pick, which everybody assumed would be a good pick. And anyway, it landed up as the number 8 pick in the draft. Now they took Derek Queen, who played very well as a rookie, but the fact is you're a team that won 26 games and you didn't have your first round pick. So you take a pick, a player with your only pick at 58. It's Jaron Pierre, who, again, from New Orleans, I believe St. Aug, just finished up his career at SMU. He's 23 years old. And was interesting. I saw, so Pierre was a member of the high school class of 2020, that was like a huge high school class. Cade Cunningham was in that class. Cade Cunningham's about to go into his 6th year with the Pistons. And Jaron Pierre is just beginning his NBA career. So anyway, okay. All right, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, Facebook, like the page, share the post. Let me know what you got. As always, we appreciate you for hanging with us. Hey, Tiger Poppy, good morning. Antonio Dexton, good morning. Adam, good morning. Love what you said about LSU softball coach Beth Torina on Locked On this week. I agree with you 100%. Have an amazing day. Thank you, Adam. Yeah, I mean, I've been asked a bunch about Beth, especially with the way that this portal cycle has gone, and you lose 8 players and Jaden Heavner to Texas Tech. And the point is obvious. Like, this is an era where you choose what you're going to spend on. And LSU's not spending at a high enough level in softball to have an expectation of winning a national championship or keeping your All-American players when you have programs that are investing at a giant number who are willing to go pay them. So, like, for those who want to move on from Beth, like, okay, just understand whoever you bring in. First of all, I think LSU is not super pumped about paying buyouts anymore. But understand whoever you bring in, like, you're going to fire the winningest coach in the history of the program to bring in someone who's going to face the same issues. So, hey, Singer, good morning. So either give her the resources she needs to win a championship, or lower your expectation, as much as that stings to say. It's just a reality. Hey, Michael, good morning. Any update with baseball transfer portal, the new outfielder they're targeting? Nope. Those visits are supposed to happen this week with Thomas Allen, the right-handed pitcher from Tech, the lefty from Michigan, Brenham, who I told you all about, and then Angel Leia, who's the outfielder from Oregon. Now, I want to be clear. I didn't have that story about Leia, the outfielder from Oregon. That was Pete Nakos from On 3 who reported it. So, and I don't have any insight into that. If I get some, I'll certainly pass it along to you, but I haven't heard. That was a Pete Nakos On 3 report. And Pete's obviously a pretty reputable guy. So, if I get updates on how that goes, I'll pass it along. The other thing of note is that the MLB Draft Combine is going on right now in Arizona. And there were 4 LSU players and like 15 of the high school signees on the invitee list. So the MLB Combine is similar to the NFL. The most important part is the interview and the medical. So we'll see how it goes. But, I've been asked with the new 5 to play 5 rule, like, could Jake Brown come back, play a 4th year, and still maintain his leverage? The answer flatly is no. Well, could he? Yes. But will he? The answer is no. Jake Brown's going to make $2 million and he's going to go play pro ball, and he absolutely should. Pro teams want guys younger, and guys want to get into the pros younger, because the sooner you get to the show, sooner you get to arbitration, the sooner you can get to a second and potentially a third contract. Now, it's not guaranteed for anybody, but that's the way that they're looking at it in terms of their ceiling when you have prospects like that. So Curiel and Jake Brown are both going to be drafted. Curiel probably top 15, Jake Brown probably top 50, and they're both going to sign, and should, by the way. Hey, Ryan. DJ, good morning. Thomas, good morning. Survive, good morning. Thomas, what up? There we go. Nola Rocks, why doesn't Sorsby go play Division II for the year, then enter the draft for 27? He could. Remember, that's what Hunter Deckers did. So Hunter Deckers was the quarterback at Iowa State. He got popped for gambling. He lost his eligibility and then went from Iowa State to Iowa Western. Iowa Western is a JUCO. So he went and played JUCO. And because remember, JUCO is, so you said Division II. Division II is still under the jurisdiction of NCAA, so he could not play Division II. He could go play JUCO or NAIA, wants to go to a lower level, he could do that. But I think you ask yourself the question, is it even worth the risk of injury and all that stuff to go play it in JUCO for a year? Or do you just train, get your body right, and then be eligible for the 27 draft? Which probably is what he's going to do. He could go play in Canada. He could play in the CFL or the Arena League or something like that. That's certainly an option. Hey, Dalen, what up, G? Do you think Sorsby ruined his football career? It seems like nobody wants anything to do with him. Also, did you see Brewster training in LSU gear? What's the chances we land him? Well, Dalen, I think you should probably go listen to today's Locked on LSU. I think you might find that interesting because I might just have an update on Jalen Brewster, the number one player in the country for 2027. And did Sorsby ruin his career? Well, yeah. He ruined a shot at making $5 million at Texas Tech this year. Ruined a shot, very likely, at being a high draft pick, because what team is going to invest that capital in him with the risk of potentially having something like that rear its head during his professional career? The Saints signed Hunter Deckers, and it was a low risk proposition. You just signed him as an undrafted free agent, a tryout player. So, but man, Sorsby out there threatening to sue the NFL. The NFL will need you, dog. No hold a grudge. Hey, Brad, good morning. What time did you go to sleep last night? You must have been exhausted from the night before. Yeah, man, I got in bed as soon as Drew did. As soon as we got him out of the bathtub, got him dressed, put him in bed, I got in bed. So I was in bed at 9:45, which is early for me. And I'm not one that believes don't sleep. No, sleep. Sleep's important. When you're awake, audit your time and don't waste time and be very productive. But I need to catch up on some sleep, man. I feel good though. Thank you. Hey, Scott. Good morning. Mama Scone's doing better, man. I need to call her today and check on her. When I talked to my dad on Father's Day, she was just kind of turning the corner. So you're weaning off the pain pills and stuff. So my mom had shoulder surgery at Brock last week. So on the mend. Thank you for asking. Hey, Sean, good morning. AFR helped me get from Little Rock to Oxford yesterday. Well, we appreciate you for tuning in, Sean. Thanks for being there, man. Hey, Devin, what's up, man? Good morning. Michael, good morning. Curious, during this time of year, during the sports calendar, how hard is it to fill a 3-hour radio show talking about sports? Always enjoy listening. Thank you, Michael. I appreciate it, man. Honestly, so here's what the way I've always said this forever is, people say, you will never, ever hear me say the words dog days of summer or slow time. That just doesn't exist in my vernacular. Why would I ever give my audience a reason not to? Why would I tell you there's nothing important to talk about? There's no reason to listen. I wouldn't. So I always believe there is always stuff going on. Some days it's easier to find the content than others. The Monday after LSU plays Clemson, that's going to be a pretty easy content day, right? But you just look at what's going on right now. The NBA draft's going on right now. World Cup's going on. Even if you love college sports, I just told you the MLB Draft Combine's going on. You're getting through all the official visitor season for football recruiting. The NCAA Division I Council passed some landmark legislation this week about age restrictions, which changes the way rosters are built and things of that nature. You're also going to have, you also have the opportunity to have, interesting conversations that aren't maybe solely focused on the games that are being played that week. So I actually really like this time of year a lot. It allows you to be way more creative. When you get into football season, it's so rigid, where we have things that are already laid in. On Monday, I know it's recap of Saints and LSU. There's things that we do, you have the Monday press conference. Wednesday, you have the SEC coaches teleconference. Tuesday's a day off in the NFL. We talked to Sean Salisbury on Tuesday. Wednesday, we have Russ Mitchell. You know what I mean? So we do the opposing media interviews. And so it's a lot of it is already laid in, which is fine. It's good. It's just different. So I actually like this time of year where you can sort of expand and explore and be a little more creative. Hey, Mojo, good morning. I like the new 5-for-5 rule. Yeah, I mean, listen, for those that missed it, the NCAA Division I Council unanimously passed a rule that's going to put age restrictions on college. Basically, you will have 5 years to play five, so no more red shirts, but everybody gets 5 years. So no more 4 years, and you can still take your red shirt, play the whole season. So 5 to play five. So you will have a lot of records fall because you'll have players playing 5 full seasons of college. But no more red shirts, no medical red shirts, no hardship waivers, none of that stuff. Everyone 5 to play 5, and your clock starts as soon as you enroll or at your 19th birthday. So that means if you're 18, you graduate high school, you enroll, boom, your clock starts. If you don't enroll in college right after high school, let's say you go play pro baseball for 4 years. Well, you're 22, your clock started when you turned 19. So you have 1 year left. You can come back to college, but you can only play for 1 year. So I had Zach Von Rosenberg on my show yesterday because he was 30 years old when he played his last season at LSU. And he basically endorsed the rule. He was like, right when I got to campus, he was there. His first season was 2016. Well, there were older guys in the tight end room, like Foster Morrow. I think maybe it was like Logan Stokes, who was one of the transfers. So, I mean, there were some older guys, or maybe Zach was 26. He was maybe 25, 26, and some of but the seniors were 23, maybe. So it was comparable. When he was a senior, he's 30, and then you got 18-year-olds coming in. That's different, So physically, emotionally, all of it. So, yeah, landmark day, man. Hey, Bryce, good morning. Dale, hope PK does really well. Like it's a huge raise ASAP. Me too, Dale. Always good to see you cheering for others and their betterment, huh?
Parish Construction and Roofing. At Parish, we've got you covered. From the top of your roof, all the way down. Parish Construction and Roofing. Parish Built. Parish Built. Parish Built. From your hometown. ParishBuilt.com.
All right, Parish Construction and Roofing. Remember, if you need North Beach, go to Brock. And Brock Rock and Wine is coming up on, I believe it's August the 1st. Let me make sure I have the date right. Brock Rock and Wine, Saturday, August the 1st in Tiger Stadium, brortho.com. As a matter of fact, I'll go ahead and drop the link if you're interested. Tons of wine, food, live music, great people, and it's in the South Stadium Club of Tiger Stadium. Awesome event. All the money raised benefits the Brock Foundation, brortho.com. Parish Construction and Roofing, and our new partner, Drew Brees. So we are giving away 2 fortified roofs, remember? You can register with the link. I'm going to make sure that our link is... Yep, there it is. Right there on the homepage at parishbuilt.com. You'll see the roof giveaway for Baton Rouge and the roof giveaway for New Orleans. We are giving away fortified roof in each market. So if you want to enter, you can. Our friends at Our Lady of the Lake, championship health partner of LSU Athletics. Love telling you about FMOL Health, Our Lady of the Lake. Last week, they did a ribbon cutting on the new Our Lady of the Lake Cancer Institute. Just incredible partners, not only for us on our shows, but in the community. And we're thrilled to be able to tell you about all the great work that the Lake is doing throughout the year. Hey, remember, unique physique, unique aesthetics and wellness, Restored Motions. Book a session with Crystal Poche, restoredmotions.com. And, of course, Bocock Brothers Premium Scars. Code MAT15, MAT15, MAT15 for 15% off your order. Hey, Corey, hope you got some rest. I did, man. Thank you. Let's see, Scott. Problem with last year's LSU football team was BK kept saying Garrett was good to go. Garrett was most definitely, well, they thought he was good to go. That was the problem.
Questions? Walker Parks, is he? Oh, he'd be all right. He'd be all right. He'd be all right. He'd be good to go.
Patrick, good morning. Let's see, Spencer with Paris coming out this afternoon. Take a look at our chimney box, which is leaking. Have a great day. Thank you, Patrick. We appreciate the call and the opportunity. You'll love Spencer. He's great. Spencer's actually been featured in a lot of our social media videos over the years as well, too. But you'll love Spencer's a great dude. And he does great work. You'll like him. Educator, good morning. What about the pitcher who decommitted from LSU? Yes, there's a I can't tell you a bunch about him, man. And that to decommit that late in the process kind of feels Colt Christman is his name. Colton Christman. He out of Vegas, maybe. Anyway, he maybe California. He decommitted from LSU's class yesterday, but look, I mean, maybe better offer somewhere else. Maybe it's more opportunity, especially with LSU bringing in some of the transfers. I don't know. I don't know the whole story there. I can try to dig and find the story, but onward. Bobby, good morning. Hey, Robert, good morning. Turned 39 yesterday. Had my physical earlier this week. If you're willing to say, do you pay out of pocket for your executive physical? I learned it is way more in depth. Yes, I do. So, the physical I do with Dr. Chastain. So it's $175 a month is the membership fee. Right now, that includes your annual physical. Now, I choose to do the executive physical, and the executive physical goes even farther above and beyond. And they don't even necessarily recommend to every patient to do the executive physical every year. You do your physical every year. But the executive physical is, man, it's everything from an echo, EKG. They're doing echo on your thyroid, all of your organs, all your organs, X-rays. It's everything. I mean, everything. And I'm just I'm not going to be the guy who, I'm not going to be the guy who you read about who was ignoring symptoms and one day popped up and has stage 4 cancer. That's not going to be me. I owe it to Drew and Erica to be here and to be my best for them for as long as I can be. And so that's part of why, that's the biggest reason why I've gone on. I mean, also I'd like to look better, I feel better, all that sort of stuff, but it's why I've gone on this whole health journey these last 2.5 years. Hey, Dad, good morning. Lynn, what do you like? Wouldn't do you like what the Pelicans are doing? Lynn, I'm gonna be willing to continue taking a patient wait and see approach with the Pelicans. Because they're not done. Now, if the roster's done, then I'll crush them. Because if you win 26 games and all you do is add a second-round pick, that's a problem. Now, there have been rumors about Jaylen Brown. The Celtics have kind of floated out there. Jaylen Brown is they're still open to offers for Brown. You saw a lot of post-draft trades. Pelicans are going to make moves. They need to. So we'll see what that looks like. So let me see what this looks like, okay? They had a value for Herb and Trey. They didn't want to give them away for what they deemed to be pennies on the dollar. Okay. So what are you going to do? Let's see, and then we'll assess there. Patrick, when are you leaving for NYC? We fly out Saturday, 6 a.m. flight time. I leave Tuesday. So I fly into New York Tuesday. I'm at the Barrett Conference on Wednesday all day. And then probably going to go to the Yankee game Wednesday night and then fly home on Thursday morning. Hey, Kelly, good morning. Harold, good morning. Been a while. Happy to hear you. My nephew is going to Catholic High. So proud. As my brother Martin Crusader with Sacred Heart. Harold, interesting. So my dad, who just popped on, did 2 years at St. Aloysius, and then was the second graduating class of Brother Martin. So the Brothers of the Sacred Heart run deep in our family, and good luck to your grandson or your nephew. Excuse me. That's awesome, man. He'll love it. Brad, never realized Matt Malk was that old when we played at LSU. Yeah, so Matt was recruited to Michigan State by Nick Saban and then went and played professional baseball And that interim is when Saban took the LSU job. And so when Mauch came back into college, Saban recruited him here. Dale, any chance we land the outfielder from Oklahoma? Dale, I don't even know who you're talking about. Not that I've heard. I mean, the portal window is closed, so I don't know if someone went in the portal that I was unaware of. I haven't heard that. So if I hear more, I'll tell you. Hey, Dustin, Bren, Jacob, good morning, y'all. Adam, how do you think Brian Kelly will do calling the games on CBS? I think he's going to do great. I mean, Brian Kelly, before he got into coaching, was in, he ran political campaigns and he's a really good communicator. He's very good in press conferences and very good with the media. And I know you're going to point out the dust up with Cobble, but I think he's going to do great. Cassandra, good morning. Saw you at the dinner honoring Ruffin. Want to say hello. You were busy. You should have come up and said hello either way. And if I was busy, I was probably just busy listening to the Better Than Ezra at the end of the night. But thank you for being there. It was a great night honoring Ruffin. I'm so glad I went. And next time you see me, come say hello. Michael, 72 days. Get ready, Dabo. Robbie, good morning. Not into college softball, but I don't know if you heard Southeastern softball coach Rick Freeman left to become associate head coach at Texas. I did see that. That was surprised to turn the line program into winners. Yeah, sometimes it's how it happens, though, Robbie. Whenever you take that step, maybe you go from being the head coach at Southeastern to an associate head coach at Texas. You make more money and you're on a bigger stage. So then maybe you get the opportunity to go from being associate head coach at Texas to a head coach at a power program. There's different ways to craft and navigate that career path. But think about Skip Johnson, Skip, who just won a national championship at Oklahoma. So Skip Johnson, was a great JUCO coach for years. And then he was the pitching coach at Texas and then got the head coaching job at Oklahoma. So sometimes that's the way the career arc goes. Hey, Kerry, good morning. Brian, good morning from Araby. All right. At the Domino Sugar Plant. All right, dude. Good morning. Matt, do you like the Pelicans draft pick? Do you feel he'll be an all-star in future like Fears and Queens? It's hard to, Robbie, it's really hard to project that a 23-year-old rookie who's picked 58 becomes an all-star. Probably not. It's one of those that you hope he makes the team and, gives you minutes at the end of the bench. Anything above that is laying you out. Hey, Stephen, good morning. Did Cody Campbell think of the optics of feeding Sorsby's addiction with giving an idiot $5 million with a lot of time on his hands? I don't know. Dalen, if Witt gets number 18, I hope people don't have the narrative that he only got it because he's dating Kiffin's daughter. Yeah, I don't think anyone would have that narrative. And I hope he doesn't wear number 18. I understand there's people that love the 18 and the 7 and all. I don't care about jersey numbers. I say go be the best 40 ever. With respect to Devin White. But Witt's got a shot. Hey, Jason. Good morning. Thomas, yes, sir. 38 next week with the fam. So, Jason, I go, so Tuesday I fly to New York. Wednesday I'm at the Barrett Conference. Thursday I fly home. Friday we leave for the beach. And we're at the beach Friday through Wednesday. And then I just took off Thursday, Friday as well. And so then I won't be back on air again until Monday the 13th. So we will be at the beach, but you won't see my family on Morning Scone until Saturday, a week from Saturday. Got a busy time ahead, man. This Saturday I'm going up to Natchitoches for the Louisiana Sports Hall of Fame. I'm doing the Purple Carpet Show on LPB, and I'll be doing on-stage interviews with the inductees. So be a fun day. Hey, Carrie. Very cool, man. It was a great event. Yep. Steven, Sorsby's ruined a lot of people's reputations. Cody Campbell, Joey McGuire, my tech friends here in Big D are embarrassed. Should be. Hey, Kyle. Good morning. Hope you're good. Dexton, are you a Yankee fan? I am. Craig, one day closer to the greatest time of year, the Wade Brigade. Mount up, we ride. Go Yankees. Michael, Jacob, good morning. Last one, Jason. Hope you have the keychain money ready. That's for my niece Olivia, who knows Uncle Matt is a sucker and will buy her as many keychains as she wants, and I'll happily do it. So, all right, let's get out of here. Y'all have an awesome day. Please smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Facebook, like the page, share the post, podcast, subscribe on your favorite podcast app. All of our great sponsors are linked in the description on YouTube, and we'll get them linked on podcast as well. Have an awesome, awesome day. Locked on LSU is live, AFR 3. We'll see you. Peace.